Sources called me to talk about relationships. What makes a good relationship? That is entirely up to you. But I can tell you what I've learned about what makes a good relationship. Equal effort. Equal effort from both parties. Because you're partners, right? If they're your person, they're your person. There's no any other people in the relationship but you, right? You and the other person. That's it. And there doesn't need to be anyone else in your relationship. There doesn't need to be anyone else's opinions or judgments or attitudes or perceptions or beliefs about who you should be together or apart. It boils down to equal effort, showing love to one another, being there, being supportive of one another, talking through the hard times together and working out something that works for both of you. That means not staying silent when something bothers you. I've tried it. I've tried the silent treatment, not because I wanted to make them feel bad because I wasn't talking to them, but because I thought my feelings were not valid. Like, I wanted the other person to feel good, and I felt that if I said something, it would make them feel bad, and that was wrong. And then I spent decades living a life in a box, not as myself, people-pleasing, because it's what he wanted. That didn't work at all. And it left me with significant issues and a mosquito. Issues that I'm still working through. But I'm at a better place now. When problems pop up, I calm down first. Sometimes I write it all down. I write in my journal first. And then when I'm at a point where I can talk about it without blaming, where I can see my role in the situation, and after I've thought about what I could maybe do differently, then we talk about it. And we talk about it until there's some kind of resolution. And we both can walk away feeling stability in our relationship. It's kind of like our relationship with Source. Really, Source is our partner. Source is living a human experience through each one of us. And that's why we're all unique. Because Source wants to have a unique experience through each one of us. That's why we all have different ways of seeing the world, different ways of communicating our thoughts and ideas. So when two people form a partnership, they are not the same. And as individuals, we continue to grow and change throughout time. And what made sense in the past might not make sense now. What was okay in the past may not be tolerable now. So when I have a sense of, I don't know how much longer I can tolerate this, I gotta talk about it. Because he might not know. I used to just run. I used to just break up with a guy and just run and not talk to them. And they would have no idea what they did. But I didn't feel like my feelings had value to anyone. So I locked them down, and I just tried to do whatever the other person wanted me to do, so that things would be calm. That is the opposite of what I should have done, because that left it very one-sided, where one person got what they wanted and the other person just felt like the junk drawer. Did you ever have a junk drawer when you were a kid? Everything that you didn't know what to do with just kind of went into the junk drawer. Well, that was me. I was collecting people's problems that they needed to deal with. And by me not opening my mouth and talking about it, they thought that dumping their problems on me was okay. And it wasn't, because I have my own shit to deal with. We all have our own shit to deal with. So in a partnership, each person has to deal with their own shit. They need to work it out. They need to grow as individuals, so that when they do come together, they can show equal effort. I've watched our children in relationships, and it's hard. It's hard to watch your kids go through stuff that you really can't do anything about, because it's their decision, right? So we just tell them, we want you to be happy. We want you to do what's best for you. And we share moments of our own relationship history where things went well and when things didn't. And we learned from the times where stuff didn't work how to pivot so that you learn what does work. And honestly, if you do need to walk away because you've lost who you are, because you can't come to some kind of balance in the relationship where you're both happy, sometimes that's what needs to happen. It sucks. But doing what's best for you, that's what you gotta do. Because you shouldn't feel like you're in a cage. You shouldn't feel like you're in a box. You shouldn't feel like you have to wear a mask. You should feel free. A safe partner will make you feel free to be exactly who you are. That's it. They're not going to say that you're too much. They're not going to ask you to dim down the version of you that you present to the world. They're going to love it. They're going to love your quirks. They will. In a good relationship, you want to be with that other person all the time. You don't want to talk to anyone else. There's no one else, because you only want them. And I mean want in every sense of the word. Like, I want to talk to my husband about my day. I want him to tell me about his day. I want to snuggle with him at night. I have no thoughts of anyone else. Why? He's my person. So if you're in a relationship that doesn't feel good right now, ask yourself, are you able to be your authentic self? Are you able to have a bad day without them getting upset about it? Do they support you? Like, really support you? Like, there should be no manipulation. There should be no lies. There should be no question of how they feel about you. And if you have questions like that, ask. I'm not saying break up. I'm saying really do the work to form a solid foundation for your relationship so that you can build from it. Each person has got to do the work, and then you come together, and then you grow together. I don't know if this is making any sense, but this is what Source called me to talk about. So, I hope all of you find love, real love, where you can be messy and still feel loved, where they can see you at your worst and they sit with you in it. I pray all of you have that kind of love.